For everybody just joining us, we're talking about parties. I'm Andrea Hedberg. I'm so excited to be talking to you. If you want to invite anybody to the broadcast, swipe to the left, hit invite, tap on the little guy in the corner, and you can invite everybody you want. So parties, right? Some are epically successful. Some not so much, right? But even if your parties, and I don't like to call them failures. I don't call them failures because they're just flops, So you tried. Maybe it didn't work, but that's okay. And I will never call them failures or flops because you still get to interact with people, right? You still get to interact with people. It's super awesome. This light is so harsh on me. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. We're going to talk about hostess coaching, and I'm going to talk about some party myths. Big party myth number 1 that I am going to bust wide open for you. There is no 100% right way to do a party. Period. There is no right way or wrong way to do a party. The bottom line is, if your party works for you and your hostess is having fun, that is all that matters. Whether you do videos, whether you do pictures, I don't give a flying crap. It doesn't matter. You pick and you decide what works for you. So if your hostess is having a good time, that's all that matters. There is no right way and there is no wrong way to do a party. There is also a right way and a wrong way to set your hostess up for success or failure. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of what I did. We are going to do like a little mini webinar, and then I'm going to post this on Facebook. So I'm going to pull up what I wrote for my girls. You guys excited for a mini webinar? It's a secret. It's a secret webinar just for you because you're watching and you're cool. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about hostess coaching. I'm going to follow my notes. I'm going to turn it around. Ready? On my computer. What is hostess coaching, right? You are enabling your hostess to have the best party possible. You're providing them tools, feedback, and you're building a relationship. This is your job. Any event that you do, this is your job. If you are not doing this, you are not doing your job. It doesn't matter what format you're doing, but you need to make sure that you are doing this. Before the event, you need to have your hostess create a wish list. You need to do it over video chat, the phone, or in person. I'm going to turn this around because this is a... Do not message your hostess and send her a link to your website or a catalog and go make a wish list. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. You can't do it. It's you're sending them out into the great beyond and you're saying, okay, bye, go make a wish list. And yeah, I really would like you to make a wish list. No, this is what you say. They say, Susie says, I want to host a party, right? Susie says, I want to host a party. And you say, awesome. We're going to create a wish list for you. Before we do anything else, we're making a wish list. When is a good time for me to call you? And she says, oh, okay, you can call me tonight. Or when is a good time for us to FaceTime or Skype or whatever? Or when can we get together for coffee? Then you're going to have her make a wish list. You're going to have her make a wish list in person with you. While you're talking on the phone, you're going to introduce her to the website and give her a tour, okay? Next, you're going to have her post on her personal wall an announcement with her wish list photos. This is really important. Think about your event, right? All right, I'm gonna turn it back around because I like talking. Maybe I'll just read this slide to you. Have her post on her personal wall, and she needs to post this: calling all makeup lovers, or something to this extent. Calling all makeup lovers, I am so excited to be doing this unique party. It starts on Monday. Let me know if you want in. Okay, so what's the one key thing I said, right? Let me know if you want in. And this brings us to the third. Make the event invite only. Do not start inviting people yet. This is important. Don't go and send out a random a random event invite to 400 people on your list. It's not going to work. All right, back to the next slide. When the event starts, right? Reach out to people personally, message, text, or call each person. And she needs to act. Well, let me finish before you go knocking the ideas, okay? So we're gonna keep going. She needs to act like this is the best thing to happen this year. If she is not excited, her friends will not be either. And she needs to add people to the event as they request to be in it. I believe that it is better to have 5 people say that they are attending your event and be interactive than having 400 people be invited to an event and only having 5 people respond. This means don't go invite your whole entire friends list. Make sure that every single person that you are inviting, you have made a personal connection with. You post the wish list on your wall, right? She says, let me know if you want to get involved. Then they say, oh yeah, me, I want to get involved. This sounds like fun. She's excited. She's posting, she's posting her favorite things. And this brings us to the next part, right? This is where it gets really important. So you've done this, right? Your hostess has posted her wish list. Your hostess has posted the wish list. People are being added to the event. This is where it gets really, really important, and this is where hostess coaching is vital to having a more successful party. And I'm not saying that by doing this, you are going to have amazing, epic parties every single time. I'm saying that by coaching your hostess correctly, you open up yourself and her to having a more successful party. The hostess must participate. Just tagging someone's name doesn't count. She needs to call her friends out. Hey, Sarah, isn't this the lip gloss that you were looking for? The hostess must comment on everything. And this is really, really key. The hostess must post her own images or videos. It's not mandatory, right? So much better. And this is where we're going to start to get into some myths, right? We tell our hostess you need to comment. We tell our hostess that you post pictures of yourself. But this is the part that I think we fail our hostesses, that we as presenters, or no matter what company we're in, that we fail our hostesses. You're setting them up to fail if you tell them these words. I'm looking for someone to host a party. I do all the work, and you just invite your friends. Don't say that anymore. Please don't say that anymore. I have said it, and I am no longer saying it because it is a flat out lie. It's a flat out lie. Yeah, we're going to post. Yes, we're going to do a lot of the hard work, but our hostess needs to be working. Successful parties come from hostesses who are out there hustling, who are talking to their friends. That's not work. That's not just, hey, invite your friends and we're going to have a successful party. That's total BS. It doesn't work that way. You can't tell them that I'll do all the work for you and you just get the rewards and it will be really, really fun. No. They have to work for it. Your hostess has to go out and your hostess has to be involved and your hostess has to post pictures and your hostess has to be commenting and talking to her friends. And even if she does all of those things, you still may not have a successful party, but you are able to then go back and actually feel good about rewarding your hostess. So here's the thing. I bet a lot of times you have a flop for a party, right? You have a flop and then you feel really bad for your hostess and so you give her a mascara or you give her whatever, you give her a product, right? You didn't make any commission out of this party, number one. Number two, you didn't really make any real relationships. You didn't make any connections. So now not only are you out all of your time, but you're out product and money, right? But I would feel so much better if I had a flop if I knew that my hostess had actually worked and actually done something. And I'm not saying that your hostess doesn't deserve, I'm not saying that your hostess doesn't deserve a freebie. She did invite her friends and she did something, but I don't feel great when I just give away product to people that I feel like they didn't do anything. You just invited 500 friends and then you just sat there and you just waited for me to do all the work. That's not your hostess's fault necessarily, though. We set up the expectation. We set up the expectation for what the party is going to be like, what their contribution is. And if you are not starting out the conversation by saying, okay, let's get together and we'll do your wish list over the phone or over video chat, right? And we do that. And then we talk about what's going to happen. And I want you to stop doing something else too. I want you to stop rushing into a party. If you have someone that says, I want to do an event, I want you to say, great, we're going to start it in 3 days or 5 days, because you need time to build this party up. You need time to to have her post on her personal wall and start adding people. You need time to have her build up this event before it even happens. Because then it's exciting. Then it's not like it's like inviting your friends out to dinner half an hour before you're going to leave. You may have a couple friends that show up, but I guarantee you, you're not going to have 50 people, right? You're only going to have a couple people, and you're probably going to be really tired, and it's going to be just kind of a evening, right? So that's why we don't invite people to dinner parties or big, huge concerts and events, right? 30 minutes beforehand, because most people can't go. Think about it like that. Think about this party like it's an actual event. Stop treating it like your hostess isn't going to do anything. Stop treating it like it falls on the burden of you to make or break this party. Because you could do everything right as a presenter, but if your hostess isn't working and you've not set your hostess up for that expectation, well, why do you expect anything different? Why are you so disappointed when your parties don't do well? So set your hostess up for success. Don't set them up for failure. Set the expectation. Say, you're going to be posting some of your favorite pictures. You're going to be posting the link. Not, well, I'd really like you to, or it would be really good. Say it in the affirmative. And you know what? If they say, oh, well, that sounds like too much work, I can't, or I can't post pictures or something like that. Really determine, are they actually saying that because they legitimately can't do it, or are they just making an excuse because, I don't know, I put a lot of time and effort into my events, right? You put a lot of time and effort into your events. I don't want to waste your time, and they shouldn't want to waste your time, but people will waste your time. So if they say no, don't worry about it. Move on to the next one. Just bless and release and go. It's okay. It's okay to have somebody say no to hosting a party because it sounds like too much work or effort. And I would rather have someone say no than waste 10 days worth of my time, even if I were to make the connections. It's you have to walk the balance. You have to balance these types of things. Yes, you want to make connections, but yes, we want to have successful parties and we want to have successful events, because if your hostess has a successful event, then her friends are going to want to have another one because it was fun, because it was successful. But if it's just flop after flop after flop, you're not going to get those referrals, right? You're not going to have people coming back to you. Don't set your hostess up to fail. So that's it. Those are my big party myths. You can do a party any damn way you choose. I don't care. And I tell this to my girls. I don't care if you do video parties. I don't care if you do picture parties. I don't care if you do text parties at 4 o'clock in the morning. If your hostess is having a good time, then that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. We're here to make people feel good about themselves. We are here to share how much we love our job, and that's it. Whatever format you choose. But I am so excited. I am implementing this into my team, and I am making this, I don't make very many things like required, whatever, you know what I mean? But this is like a requirement. I think of all the parties that I've had that have been flops, and I think about, oh my gosh, all these things I could have done differently, right? All that extra, just taking those extra steps and not rushing into it, right? Because we get excited. Oh, somebody wants to host an event. I'm so excited. So excited. But then we rush into it and then nobody comes, and it's just this vicious cycle. Stop rushing into your parties. Set your hostesses up for success. Don't just blow through it. It's something to be enjoyed. I don't go out with my girlfriends just to go out, spend money, and then leave. I go out to have a good time, and I go out to have fun. And I want you to really, think about how you're structuring your posts. Think about your content, but those are the big things. That's it.